Started. I am going to go over the Humans 75 I settled on for the SCG Open in Worcester this last weekend. I finished 11th place. I went 12-3. I thought I was playing a win-in for top 8. I was playing against Austin Collins, who was in 9th place, and I was playing in 10th place. And so I figured one of us would be, we had the best breakers. We were the second match, so I would slip into 8th, winning the match. So we actually played on camera. SCG figured the same thing, but breakers changed a lot in the final round, and I had multiple people pass me and ended up in 11th after winning. Go figure. But the deck was very good. And I was actually very happy with it going in. I am a little concerned that, KCI is just like a little too good of a deck. So like, it's not the best thing to be playing. If you are infinitely skilled with all decks, I think you should probably be playing KCI. However, this deck I think is very powerful and like far underrepresented in the metagame right now. Before I dive into the deck list and a couple of choices, I'm going to spend this moment to go ahead and talk a little bit about my sponsors. You can see beneath my lovely face, you now see 4 logos. These are all 4 sponsors of Team Nova. First one there is manatraders.com. Manatraders is the service I use to rent cards to play on Magic Online. I'm sure you've heard me talk about them in my past streams if you followed me at all. And no, they have a fantastic service, fantastic interface. I've had nothing but good experiences with them, and I'm really, really happy to represent them. You can use the code TEAMNOVAMTG if you are looking to try out the service. That will give you 15% off your first 3 months, which is a pretty sweet deal. And yeah, it's just, you can click the link in the panel below if you're in Twitch. I think all the links to all my sponsors are under the sponsorship panel, and you could just check out all the content they have to offer. It's all high quality stuff. I don't think Team Nova would ever, have somebody sponsor us that we didn't believe in them, believe in their product, and, believe in them as a honest and, just high quality business. The second one there, Hipsters of the Coast. So one of our, teammates, Allison Warfield, writes for them currently. We may have more of us writing for them shortly, but they offer fantastic strategy content. I highly recommend checking them out. I had never heard of them until probably the last year or so. I've been following Magic content for a long time, and their content looks great. Their website looks great. The information presentation looks great. Their advertising is very good. I'm very, very impressed with how they run their business. Inklin Customs. Inklin follows the SCG tour a lot. She's made a lot of the tokens that you kind of see going around and see people using a lot. She also made the Team Nova logo, and we're very impressed with her work, so we're very happy to have her as a sponsor. I recommend going to her website and checking out some of the artwork she's done. And last but not least, the End Games. I believe it's in Charlottesville, is a local game store that really helps support us and helps support some of our team members. So shout out to them. If you can order some cards from them, that'd be really good. We have a code coming for them soon, so keep an eye out for that. And I really appreciate you guys. And it's easy. But another great way to support me is to just check out my sponsors. Even if you are just checking out articles on Hipsters of the Coast and aren't looking to spend a bunch of money, it's just a great way to support me by supporting my sponsors. Thank you very much for your support. All right, so let me dive into the deck list real quick. I'll answer all your questions. I got USGC Catwalker. I don't actually know how to say that appropriately, but I have somebody in the chat that has a few questions. I'll answer those as soon as I'm done breaking down the deck a little bit. But I want to dive into some of my decisions on the deck list real quick. I've gone over humans before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Check out some of my other humans videos if you want a little bit more in depth. I'm going to discuss some of the stuff that's notable in this deck. So pretty stock mana base. You notice I'm on the island, despite having cards like Gaddock Teeg and Knight of Autumn that I'm trying to cast. I haven't really found that to be much of a problem. You have 4 Horizon Canopies. Don't be afraid to name Knight or Advisor off of your Unclaimed Territories and Cavern of Souls. I just haven't had trouble with the island, and there's multiple times I've been pathed multiple times, and I want to be able to leverage that extra land from the Path to Exile to crack my Horizon Canopies faster, and that has mattered far more than the extra 1 land not being a Seachrome Coast to help cast the Knight of Autumns and Gaddock Teegs. But I also have Whirler Rogue that I'm really interested in having a second blue for as well. So I'm fine with the island. The rest of the mana base makes just there's no surprises here. You got the 12 Pentalands, the Canopies, and the Seachrome Coast Plains. The standard 12 drops, nothing really interesting to talk about there. I have 4 Thalia Guardian of Thraben's in this deck list. A lot of the traditional humans lists play 3. That is one of my flex slots. You'll notice there's no mayors in this deck. I really think Thalia was really well positioned in Worcester, and I found myself being right. In almost every match I played, all of the duplicate, especially the duplicate matches I played, Thalia was the best card in the deck. You know, decks like Burn, like KCI, and like Arclight. I really just wanted Thalia onto every single game, so I was really happy to have 4. And especially in the cases of like Burn and Arclight, they kill it a lot, so the redundants are never really even dead. So the 4th Thalia I was very happy with. I would probably continue playing that for as long as, you know, we have Modern looking like it does, assuming nothing changes with the ban list. I'm still on 3 Freebooters. That's something I've been on for a while. I think Kitesail Freebooter is a very good card right now, especially compared to how it used to be. I didn't even like having 3 in my old list, but now I'm really happy having 3. I would consider a 4th, but I don't think the 4th is better than any of the cards in this deck, so I haven't really found room for it. And I was pretty happy with 3. I saw it, you know, when I really wanted to see it, and you also have Buglers to find the copies of them. I am on the 4th Reflector Mage. I cut down to 3 for a while there. This is just kind of a concession to Arclight. I think Arclight's really popular, and Reflector Mage is one of the best ways to combat it. Also, just matchups like humans and spirits are still pretty popular. You know, people like these fair-ish creature decks, and Reflector is the best card in that matchup. So I really think Reflector is a much better spot than it was back when I was playing humans a lot in 2018. So I think that Reflector Mage is in a very good spot, so I wanted 4. And last but not least, Militia Bugler. This is kind of to keep our fair matchups good while still, like, you know, helping find the pieces that matter, like the hate cards in the sideboard after sideboarding. So I really like Militia Bugler, contrary to a lot of people that play humans believe. I really like this card in combo matchups because it helps you find cards like Gaddock Teeg, Knight of Autumn, Kambal. You can find these bullets that you've put in your deck easier, like using this card as a cantrip while still adding to the board and applying pressure. And I think that's very, very powerful. So I'm still on the Militia Bugler. That's why I'm playing Militia Bugler. I think the card's very good. And like I said, the 4th Thalia is also a great addition. I'm really happy with this 60. If I were to play a Modern Open like this weekend, I think I would run back this exact 60 if I was playing humans. I don't know what I would change about the sideboard, but we'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, that's probably all about that I have to say in the main deck. The sideboard, pretty quick and dirty. Pretty similar to what I've played for a long time. I mean, 2 Knights, 2 Staticaster, 2 Whirler Rogues. I've just always been a fan of the 2 Whirler Rogues. They're very, very good in the fair and creature matchups, which, like I said, are always very popular in Star City games events. Also 2 Gaddock Teegs. Big fan of this card. I think not playing this card right now is a complete mistake. It is the best card in your 75 against KCI. It's a double Meddling Mage. Meddling Mage is one of your better pieces of interaction against them, and this is a double Meddling Mage. It names both Engineered Explosives and KCI. And Spine, but like that card doesn't really matter. What's up, Sevdem? Shout out to Sevdem. I think they 12-3'd as well, right? Like you were also at the top of the standings at the end. Yeah, so Gaddock Teeg I think is fantastic. Don't leave home without them. Please just play the card. Dismember. This is kind of, once again, another concession to Arclight. It's like I said, Thing in the Ice, best card against us. Reflector Mage is good against it. Dismember is good against it. Dismember is also just like a very good removal spell in the creature mirrors and stuff like that. You can kind of bring it in those spots. It's the best like removal spell that we can play because it's colorless. So the 4 life does matter in these matchups. It's not necessarily free. The 4 life hurts, but getting rid of the Thing in the Ice is definitely worth the 4 life. Let's see. The notables here, 2 Kambal. I wasn't playing any in the past. This is a card that Dylan and I came up with to be good against KCI, just kind of help our KCI matchup even more. Also, I kind of expected a fair amount of burn in Worcester, and I was right. I did play it multiple times. I think I played it 2 or 3 times, actually. And this card is just obviously very good against burn. You know, they have to bolt it, and even if they're bolting it, they're spending a bolt, and I gain 2 life, and they lose 2 life. You know, it's just a bad exchange overall. Very much worth 3 mana in the matchup. And I was very impressed with Kambal on the weekend. I would continue playing 2 going forward. And last but not least, I put a 3rd Auriok Champion in my sideboard. The notable weakness of this sideboard is we're pretty bad against Dredge, and Auriok Champion is your best card against Dredge. Also, once again, good against Burn. Still very good against some of the creature matchups. Like I bring them in against humans, so I like them there. It's just but mostly it's a concession to Burn and Dredge to be playing the 3rd because I think our sideboard's a little weaker to those. The Staticasters are still very good. Like Infect's still a popular deck. These creature mirrors are still very popular. I think it's still a card we want to be playing. Not like it's a Sacred Cow or anything. There are metas where I'd cut it, but I think it still earns its spot. Knight of Autumn is still one of the better cards we can actually sideboard. I've considered trying to play a third, but haven't had room for it. And Whirler Rogue, I'm basically just playing that because I haven't really found something better. I can be definitely sold that there's better cards on our sideboard than Whirler Rogue, but it's done the job very well for me. I've been very impressed with it. Being able to find it off Bugler makes it better than something like Riders or Gavany, and it's still a very good target for like Phantasmal Images and stuff, right? So it still fits to our game plan very well, and I've been very happy with it. I don't know if I would run back this exact 15 at an open this coming weekend. I would have to think a little bit more about it, but I wouldn't be upset like if I had to play this list again. I was very impressed. So let's go ahead and field a few of the questions. What's going on, Zach? How's it going? Zach Canner in the chat. Let's see. Ever played with Resto? Thoughts? So Restoration Angel I have played with. In fact, I've considered adding it back, especially in the face of Phoenix, because it blocks Phoenix very well. So like if I have like a Reflector Mage out, especially Reflector Mage because we're at 4 and that's one of the better cards in the matchup, like being able to Resto, block a Phoenix, and flicker the Reflector Mage is probably just lights out. So I have been thinking about the card, especially if I find myself needing more cards against Arclight, which I kind of do, but I don't really know what to cut in the deck, so I don't really know where it would go. Like I kind of feel like it has to go in one of these spots, and I'm not sure I like it more than Bugler and a lot of the other matchups. But I have thought about Restoration Angel. There is something also to be said for not having 4-drops in my main deck. Like it would have changed the way I played a few games in the open if I had 4-drops in my deck. So I also generally like keeping 4-drops out of my main deck. There's maybe some merit to trying to put a Resto in the sideboard, but that feels worse than just like a better bullet. Just bought my deck for Indie. You just bought your deck? I've barely even started testing, much less buying cards. I've bought like 4 cards that I think are busted for Indie, and I have just not looked at anything else. All right, Thalia was fantastic all weekend. Can confirm. Sevdom, you're very smart and thin. How you doing, Blitz Lion? How goes it? Hey, thank you very much for the bits. I really appreciate it. We leaguing? Yeah, we're about to jump into the leagues. I was gonna field the rest of the questions. I'm sorry. I really appreciate the 500 bits. That means a lot. I hope you're enjoying the content. All right, let's jump into a league real quick. We're gonna jump in our friendlies like we always do. I have to be quick about this. We have some stuff I need to do with Team Nova later. Since I am not streaming, we decided to try to put a meeting up to talk about some of the sponsorships responsibilities going forward. But I'm very excited. Make sure you check out my sponsors. They're great. You can find all the links to them in the panels below. Let's get started. Kami Fazi confirmed Drake playing a 4-card deck at Indie. Correct. I have 4 busted cards. I'm just going to play them, and you're going to die to them. This hand is horrific. Mulligan. I did it. This hand's great. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, there's multiple Thalias here, but there's a good chance that, like, you know, this sequence, we're going to have something else to play, so this card won't matter because we have a very aggressive draw. Or they're going to kill the Thalia, and that's like how they're going to stop our aggressive draw, and we're going to be happy we have the second. Like, I'm not upset to have a second Thalia here. I am upset to have a 3rd land, I think. The only thing that pushes us for bottoming the 3rd land, I think, is drawing like 3 drops from here on out, but I don't think I can really plan on that. I'm going to bottom this land and hope that I draw more, which is weird. It's weird to do, but like, I don't know. We don't really actively want the lands now, so I wouldn't mind taking a draw step that's like a different 2-drop or 2 in between drawing the next land that we're going to draw. I ran out of credit, but I do have 16 1-drops. Oh, man. Do we have a frenzy with those 16 1-drops, or are we going white? All right. Really unfortunate 12-3 didn't top 8. I was upset. Yeah, there was 6 12-3s, right, that missed. I was more upset that my breakers, like, were good going into the first round, like, going into round 15 going into the round, and then, like, I went down a spot. Like, the breakers changed so much. So, like, this is pretty obviously representing Lightning Bolt. We could attack before playing Thalia to represent, like, to just, like, get the free damage in. But if they don't have it, we get 2 damage in. It's pretty marginal. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the Thalia anyway. High risk, high reward. Actually, it's pretty low risk, low reward. Oh, no, they don't have the boat. All right, look at this. We got rewarded, chat. Never have it. Hopefully they're Storm, and they're probably going to have a rough time with this Thalia. Especially with the Meddling Mage follow-up. It's going to be pretty hard to beat. This is a pretty good draw for playing against Storm. Phoenix first game? It could be Phoenix. This looks like Storm. Yeah, this is Storm. Which is fine. Storm, I think, is a pretty good matchup, obviously. Unfortunately, Brawl blocks Thalia so freaking well. White, blue. We're going to name Gifts Ungiven with this Meddling Mage to keep ourselves from dying. We have a pretty fine clock. It's unfortunate that, like I said, we didn't draw the land. Like, if we did draw that Unclaimed Territory and had all of our draw steps, we could have gone Champion into Meddling Mage here, but we're missing a land drop. Gifts Ungiven. I did it. Look at me. Combat. Hiya! Take that, Storm. Next turn, I think we're going to try to Phantasmal Image the Meddling Mage and name Grape Shot just to keep this from being targeted. I don't know. Grape Shot's their next best card, I think, in this matchup. Noteworthy that Boral doesn't actually do much right now. It literally mitigates Thalia. It makes Thalia basically not a card anymore. Is this a Grape Shot? Hopefully this is a Grape Shot. Oh, now they have a bonus. Awkward. 3 lands. That third land is a good draw for sure. Although, ironically, we can't crack this with Ziggurat. Let's go ahead and put the champion in play. And then I think we're going to Meddling Mage name Grape Shot. Because, like, we have multiple 1-toughness creatures, I guess. And, like, a Phantasmal Image. So, like, they could easily kill 2 creatures with a Grape Shot. So, we should probably, on average, be naming bounce spells. Alright, we're going to name Grape Shot. We probably should be naming, like, bounce spells, maybe. I don't know. They play, like, 3. It's close. We can name a lot of different stuff, but Grape Shot's, I think, just a fine name. This is going to be pretty hard for them to get out of. It's going to take a lot of time, and we're beating down with a 5/5. So we can attack with everything, but that gives them the opportunity to trade with the Meddling Mage named Gifts Ungiven, and I don't really like that. I'm planning on just beating them down with this 5/5 until they have to actually block. And at the point at which they have to block like this, they only have 1 effective cost reducer out right now. So, like, if we could play any human next turn, we might just play the second Thalia into, like, even though we have 1 on board, just to, like, make this bigger so we can attack with both and they have to block. What beer? Oh, Yingling! I drink a lot of Yingling. No Yingling sponsorship yet, though. Awaiting. Shout out to Yingling. Empty the Warden seems more annoying than Grape Shot. No, what do they have, like, they only have, like, 1 in their main deck, right? Versus, like, 3? Oh, that's such a good draw. That was probably, honestly, the best draw in our deck. Like, that or Thalia's Lieutenant. That was a very, very good draw. Because now we get to, like, pick up Electromancer and slam. This is a hard card to beat. They have Remand. Unsubstantiate. I bet you they're not happy to have to use their Unsubstantiate on that. Okay. So if we slam with everyone, they go block, block, take 9. So they have to have another trick to not die if I attack out. Is that good enough, chat? I think that's good enough. Like, I'm demanding them to have another trick. And, like, another trick in their main deck. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, man. I think I'm just going to make this attack. Whatever. Punish me. This is a friendly league. I'm not playing to win. I'm not going to play around more tricks. If they have multiple of their, like, they have, like, 3 bounce spells that they can actually cast in the main deck right now, like, I'm just not putting them on it. I think you're dead. I think you're dead. I would play it safe, swing for all next turn. Nah. I think they're dead. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, yeah, I'm super happy with this. This leaves them with no creatures. And Thalia is still in play. Yup. I think you're dead. You also can't cast Gifts Ungiven here. You don't have a cost reducer. Like, I just don't know what you're doing. Boom! Got him! Yeah, I think that attack was fine. They have to have another trick to actually blow me out. Otherwise, they, like, I think they're basically dead. So here's more splash damage that we get from Kambal. That's pretty nice. Actually, you can pull up my sideboard that I used on the weekend. I don't know if Storm was on it, though. Let's see. My sideboard guide on the weekend says... Storm. I do. I have the 2 Teegs, the 2 Kambals. Obviously, Teeg's very good for stopping Gifts Ungiven, Empty the Warrens, and Passive Flames. And we have 2 Dismembers for their duders. Boop. And then we're going to cut 1 Reflector Mage. The card's fine, but not insane. 4 Mantis Riders. Like, we're just going to establish a lock against them. We're not faster than they are. And a Thalia's Lieutenant. So the idea here, like I said, is we're going to cut some of the, like, beat down, some of the, like, just beaters, like these. Especially the expensive ones that are 3 mana. 2 mana is a little better because you can play an interactive piece. And, like, something like this that, like, beats down in the same turn. But, like, the 3 mana beaters just need to go. We're keeping Bugler because it finds all these busted cards against them. So, I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward the way we're sideboarding. This is what I had on my sideboard guide, and I'm just going to run it. Boop. I was going to ask, no Damping Sphere in the sideboard. Yeah, Damping Sphere, not having Damping Sphere, I think is just a concession to Amulet. Like, I'm just, literally just a concession to Amulet. I'm just going to concede. I'm going to die to that deck. Mulligan. Hey, this hand is fantastic. We got a 1-drop and a 2-drop. That's a weird one. Like, I don't actually know if I want this. I have a Dismember. I don't think I actually want this. Like, we're on the draw. We can find better cards like a 1-drop. We're looking for like a 1-drop. We're looking for another 2-drop interactive piece. And like, especially something good to go with like this Phantasmal Image. Or even something like Kambal to just round out the curve. I just don't think Reflector Mage is part of what we're trying to do in this game. Alright, there's the Hierarch. We did it, team. We found the 1-drop. Human. We have a name Human? Yeah, we have a Hierarch, so we can cast our Teegs. Boop. Although there's maybe merit to like this image I'm waiting. I might have should just let on this because life total doesn't really matter very much. So I probably should have actually let on this Horizon Canopy to cast this Aether Vial. Cabal is one of my favorite cards. I will play it in almost anything I can run it. Yeah, Cabal is very good. Like, Cabal is very, very good in this deck. Being able to turn 2 it off Hierarch is just disgusting. Like, I did that against one of the bird players, and that game was pretty much over. They like, just like looking at it like, okay, I have to take my turn off. This is really awkward. Because, like, I want to play Thalia, but I also want to just Dismember. I don't know what gives us the best chance of living. So, we're going to think about it after I put a counter on this. Bugler. What does that mean for my turn next turn? 2, we can Bugler. Like, we still put the 1-drop in. We're not getting any mana efficiency out of Dismembering. I think I just want to Dismember. It is scary because they could go bear, like, they could go second bear, like, Rit, Morphos, kill me next turn or whatever. But I don't think Thalia actually stops that, right? Yeah, Thalia is the same thing. It just has a creature in play. That is pretty good to just have the creature in play, but we're going to have so much extra mana later. And, like, this makes it cost 1 more. I think I'm in on just Dismembering. It's actually pretty close, I think, between playing Thalia and Dismembering. What's up? I think it's Dismember. Yeah, I think it is close, but I agree it's Dismember. Land Phantasmal Image their Baral, Dismember theirs. That's just good deck building. We could image their Baral. We have no way to counter this stuff. When it was in Standard, I ran as a spicy 1 of Sideboard against the Mono Blue Storm deck. That seems hateful. Very hateful. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is that, they just like put that in tapped? They're just gonna play another bear? No plays. Their hand might just be like mono interactive stuff. Like they bring in a lot of bolts and abrades and stuff after sideboarding. Although I think if they had an abrade, they would have just abraded this now. I don't know. I can't really think of a good reason to abrade later. Are they abrading now? They might just be abrading now. Repeal it. Okay. Okay. Seems like a pretty low impact repeal, I won't lie to you. Well, that's awkward. So we can put Vial Thalia in play. Kind of here for it. Vial. Green, white, Thalia. Alright. Yep, still a good turn. We're still doing well. This, like, keeps them off of casting. Gifts, like, infinity time. Because, like, this turn they would have, like, ritual gifts up. It's probably just a removal spell. Yeah, that's fair. Not having Vial on 2 means I can't image it in response, which is a little unfortunate, but... Whoo! Is that a good one, chat? Is that a good one? Is that a pretty good one? I think it's a pretty good one. Alright, beat this card. They probably can. They just bolt it. But you get the idea. They can't, like, cantrip to find stuff. We're, like, doing this manual mode. What do you got? Another Flame Slash, huh? Tilt. They got all the things. Well, we have 2 Buglers next turn, so hopefully we can find something to do. This is what I'm talking about. Flame Slash is new, I think. I don't remember seeing Flame Slash. I remember seeing a lot of our Braids and Bolts coming out of their sideboard, but Flame Slash is definitely new and interesting. Well, that doesn't count. So let's see if we can find something to do. Bugler. 4 cards in there. If they have Remand here, it's pretty bad. What we got? A 2-drop that I want to put into play. Meddling Mage counts. Boop. If they Ritual on Instep, I'm going to put it in and name Gifts. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to put it in on my Instep. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it on that step. Actually, I don't want to wait. They can like writ gifts now, but we have like now we have control over what we give them. Okay, they know I was gonna name gifts and given here, which is why they did this. But like now we just name Passive Flames or whatever, right? We should give them Passive Flames and name it. They go grab bears. We probably put it in and name like whatever bear, like either Noxious Survival or whatever bear they put on top. I don't really know. I still think this is good. Like that's why I chose to put it in here, is I decided that Meddling Mage I think is still going to be good against whatever they grab off Gifts and Givens. So there's no real sense like worrying about it. What's up, Harrison? Your move, Yogi boy. Bant Nexus. What are we talking about Bant Nexus? Oh, yeah. Kambal being good against Bant Nexus. Man, sorry. Had to piece that together. I was trying to figure out why we were talking about Bant Nexus. Deck is probably pretty good in post-standard, but I do not know. I have not really started standard testing. Man, this matchup is so good. I don't know. I've talked to Paul Muller and Caleb Scherer, and they don't like this matchup as much. Do I care if they just get a bunch of removal spells? Is that something I'm, like, actively worried about? Like, I can just give them the removal spells and put in Phantasmal Image and Bugler, right? Is that bad? Why does that seem good to me? Echoing Truth is, like, pretty bad, right? It, like, gets multiple things. I really want to give them 2 removal spells. I could give them, like, Baral Echoing Truth and then, like, name Echoing Truth or name Baral. This is really weird. I'm gonna put in Meddling Mage, I think, and name Baral. They can Echoing Truth my Meddling Mage if they want to. So we'll put these in the graveyard, actually. So we know Echoing Truth of Baral. Okay. Yes. Put in Meddling Mage. We're going to name Baral. Chief of Compliance. We're naming Baral because, like, not naming Baral is how we die. If they Echoing Truth my Meddling Mage, I can just, like, put it back into play. If they want to Echoing Truth my Aether Vial, that's fine. I'll untap and play 3 vials or whatever. Like, you know, just... It'll be fine. Oh, no, they got me! I've gotten. Okay, now I don't actually know what they were doing then, because, like, that gifts makes no sense. I feel like they threw away a ritual, right? Because we still know they have Echoing Truth Baral, so they have 2 cards that aren't, like, basically dead on whatever this plan is. So, I don't know. I don't actually know. Baral Bolt. Wow, that jersey is so dated. Yeah, it is. It is quite dated. We're getting new ones. We're getting new ones. That's on the way. Jeff Hoogland sayings are the best. Yeah, I use a lot of Jeff Hoogland sayings just because I've watched too much of his stream, and it's just like it's caught on to me. So I use like a lot of his stuff. They may have just top decked the Electromancer. That's true too. I don't know. The way they played, maybe they might have. Honestly, the way they played this game doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but I also don't know the contents of their hand. Their hand could like be in a situation where it makes sense. So we need to get some pressure on. I want to hold up this Phantasmal Image, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to force action here by casting Thalia. I want them to make the first move here on spells. They chose not to, so now this is like mitigated. I'm going to attack with just this because I don't care if they bounce this, and I want to keep pressure on them. They killed a lot of our stuff this game. They have interacted a lot for sure. Kind of really weird the way this game's played out. So now we have the opportunity to like Phantasmal Image the Thalia. But I think I'm just going to let this happen and put it back into play. I don't know why they did this here. I'm just going to put it back into play. Alright, I did it! Like I said, my opponent, I don't know why. Like, maybe they're trying to tap me off my vial. They did. I don't really know why this is happening. Yeah, this just makes sense. Well, hello there, Jen. How you doing? This is... The best is when he crushed someone and waves the camera and says, bye, friends. Our opponent's having a good time. They might be just about to, like, empty me for $1 billion. Like, by $1 billion, I mean, like, 6, which is pretty beatable. How do you feel about KCI banned, Stoneforge Mystic unbanned? Is that, like, confirmed? I mean, I would like that. That's fine. Stoneforge Mystic's pretty heinous in Modern. And I don't know, what's the other one? KCI needs to be banned. Like, it's going to be banned, I imagine. So that wouldn't surprise me if that was, like, somehow confirmed. They get, like, leaked or something? Opponent, you cast a ritual and then tanked. I'm pretty sure that's not how this deck works. Grape Shot Thalia. And... Okay, and... What's the other one targeting? Hierarch? Probably Hierarch, right? Yeah. Okay. I have been 2 for 1s. If only I had some way to cheat on mana that didn't involve Noble Hierarch. That would be really, really nice. I'm pretty fine untapping and playing 2 Aether Vials next turn, I'll be honest with you. Last card is Baral and something else. Could be empty. If it's empty, then like we're gonna make this a Militia Bugler for sure. I wrote a small thin article about what in case I should be banned. You should all go read. Yeah, you wrote it on Jet 'em Out, right? Is that right? I think that's right. Hopefully I didn't get that wrong. It was a Reddit post supposedly from the Moto beta. It's probably fake like a lot of the past ones. Oh, sure. Wasn't there one for Jace Twin and Summer Bloom that was true? Jeez, I don't even know. I don't really keep up with this stuff very well. I'm just like, when the bans are like confirmed, they're confirmed. I already own a set of Stoneforge Mystics and I don't own KCIs, so I won't be mad if that happened. But Stoneforge Mystic's not going to go anywhere. Like, if they spike a lot, I'll probably sell them. They're just not very good. They might be good in humans. I don't know. Our mana base would have to change. Tiff, what's going on, girl? Thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream? How was your early access event? I know Stoneforge Mystics has played a lot of Legacy. It was really important. Alright, the old Rit, Grape Shot 2 things, tank, go. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to leave this on 2 for this turn. I've been murdered. I streamed for 10 hours. Jesus, woman, go to bed. That's exhausting. A 2-drop is really good. It's a very, very good draw. So, I don't even really know what to name anymore. Like, all of their removal spells are in the graveyard. They've wasted their gifts ungiven. I feel like I'm supposed to name Past in Flames. Like, because, like, casting the gifts and not grabbing Past in Flames generally just means they have a Past in Flames or another gifts or something. I could name pieces of the puzzle if they went on that plan. But I don't really have a good idea of what to name here. I'm tempted to vial this in for a like Bugler to go try to find a Thalia's Lieutenant and get attacking. So that's a line we could take. Or we could just play a bunch of Meddling Mages and hole up on Meddling Mage. Which is like fine. I feel like I'm supposed to name Past in Flames. I don't really know. I don't really get the impression that they have a lot going on, so I'm really tempted to just use this Phantasmal Image on Bugler for sure. I'm just going to start by attacking with both. I'm going to attack with both. If they block the Meddling Mage, I'm just going to redeploy the another Meddling Mage and naming Baral Chief of Compliance, because that keeps them from having a dude at all. White. Blue. Let's play Meddling Mage. This one, I think, is going to name Gifts Ungiven. Could name Grape Shot. They just don't have the card mass. Some to do Gifts Ungiven. I think that's the card that catches them back up. I don't really see a reason for them to bring in pieces of the puzzle since we're not a graveyard hate deck. Gifts and Passive Flames. Yeah, Passive Flames is a very reasonable name as well. The thing is they only have like one ritual, right? I don't know. If they Passive Flames, I'll probably just like vial this in and name Pyretic Ritual. So they can't really do much. They did not cast Passive Flames. I'm going to activate this. Yes. Put an image and we're going to copy Bugler. We need more action. This is why Bugler's good. Like if you notice, like Bugler can attack through this and like is like keeping us gassed up here. We've drawn 2 cards off our Militia Buglers where like they boarded into this plan where they're trying to 1-for-1 kill all of our creatures that matter. And we're just like using this thing that pressures them that also grabs more pressure. Like look at these cards. Are these cards good? I think these cards are pretty good. We can take this up to 3, put a Kambal into play. We could just put a Teeg into play. It makes you feel dumb for naming gifts. Could just grab a Reflector Mage and slam. Does that kill them? 2, 4, 6, 8? No, it does not kill them. Well, I want to just like protect myself as much as possible, so I think I'm going to take Kambal and take my Vial up to 3. And we're just going to slam with everybody. Oh, sure. That's pretty good, too. Yeah, no, still not lethal, so... Combat. Slam with everybody. I know about Kambal. They could have done anything at any point. I'm going to go ahead and put this in now, though, because they can cast Gifts Ungiven after this happens. And I want them to take 2 to do so, which will not kill them. But it will come close. Put another Vial into play. We'll hold up Horizon Canopy. The 1 life will matter more than this. The second Vial will by a lot. So this is probably a Gifts Ungiven. And which puts them to 1. Yeah. See, like, what? Now what's your plan? you can play a Baral. Okay. You're at 1 with a Kambal in play. Deal. Okay. Got him. Good start. Good matchup. Everything's great. We have all these good cards. Kambal and Slam. No kidding. Soft locks them kind of. No, it really does. I mean, you saw they were just kind of locked out. The last one people spammed on Reddit with Jason banned and Steering Bridge banned back when Lantern was popular. I would ignore any nonsense people boast about the BNR. Yeah. BNR I kind of treat like political discussions where I just generally avoid them at all costs. Because people are hyper opinionated. There's a lot of misinformation going around because people are so opinionated. And so it's just like an absolute dumpster fire. Avoid if at all possible. Oh, man. Well, we're waiting for the match to pop. All you people that came from Tiffany's stream, I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate you guys that are sticking around. I am a part of Team Nova, which is a team committed to qualifying for the Players' Championship. We are a professional team on the SCG Tour. And we are sponsored by the sponsors below my face. And you can find links to all of their content in the sponsors panel below. I recommend definitely checking them out. I went on a little spiel about them, but Mana Traders specifically, I have a code for. It's Team Nova MTG. You get 15% off your first 3 months if you use that code with manatraders.com. Best way to support me, support my sponsors. The whole point of streaming is to talk about controversial subjects like BNR. Share your thoughts. Deseki's guy. Well, just because you have good taste in beer, I might. But like the ensuing discussion can't be a bunch of apes throwing feces. This is ape channel for sure, but man, keep it civil. Oh, this hand's great. So KCI definitely has to be banned. Anybody in their right mind knows that. KCI is unwatchable in a game that is trying to advertise themselves as an esport. Is also just like has an absurd win rate, so it's very justifiable to ban. I think Stoneforge Mystic could easily be unbanned. I don't think the card does anything. Artifact lands are a fine consideration, but I don't really know what they add to the format. Like, as long as you're banning KCI, the artifact lands are actually probably fine. And I think, like, there's a chance Green Sun Zenith might be fine. I think Twin should definitely stay on the ban list. That card's ridiculous and unfun and, like, just very oppressive. I'm off it. And, yes, I'd like to cast this human, please. Go. Our hand is so good. Can we talk about how good our hand is? Our hand is so good. This deck is so busted. Why did people ever stop playing this? If you guys ever played Spirits or watched me play Spirits, crack an opening hand with that deck. You're just looking at like 3 lands, a Path to Exile, and like a million 1-drops, right? Or a million 3-drops. This deck, like, I just crack a hand and I have like a good 1-drop, a bunch of 2-drops that I want to cast, and like a 3-drop. Which is great, because like now I have like curve on 1, curve on like 2, then like 3, then 4. It's just like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Really warms my cold, dead heart. Oh, in case they have Disrupting Shoal. We're going to make it uncounterable. Gotta play tight. Play tight, chat. What we got? Yo, I was included in the ape family in Columbus. You were included in the ape family. It's a pretty exclusive crowd, you know. I'm going to attack for 2, play Kitesail, I think. This is looking like Arclight, but I don't really know. Black, another, play this thing. Oh no! Opponent! What happened? What happened? How did everything go so wrong? Okay. Huh. Do I want to not be able to cast my spells anymore? Or do I want to take their 5-mana counterspell? Alright, I want to be able to cast my spells. Alright. And we'll name human on this one as well. So we're playing some kind of blue moon strategy that does not know how Cavern of Souls works, which is very unfortunate for them. Makes you want to kick a baby. Poor babies. What did the babies ever do to you? Alright, we're now live to get Snapcaster. The fact they played Serum Visions is so good for us, because if they miss on land, we get to name 2 of the cards out of their hands by naming Opt, which is absolutely repulsive for the record. Oh no, opponent. How did everything go so wrong for you? Alright, blue, white. Here's a Meddling Mage. Alright, yeah, we're going to name Opt. Opt. Okay, combat. Attack with all. They missed a land drop in their Cryptic command hand. They now have a 1-card hand. 2-card hand. 3 now. They have 5 cards in hand. Alright, 1-card hand. You cannot cast Cryptic command. Oh no! Everything's awful. That's okay. We have another Thalia. I'd like to draw land though. Another reason to play Island. Another reason to play Island. Alright, put this into play. Now we get Blood Mooned and die. Everything's awful, chat. Everything's awful. We're pretty bad against Blood Moon. They should slam Blood Moon here. Yes. Alright, Vial. That ain't it, Chief. We can buy as much time as possible, but if they ever draw land, they can pick this up with Cryptic, and we're functionally dead. Oh no, they have to draw specifically an island. Alright, never mind. There's like a little bit better. But we're probably dead. OP gets dumpstered. Welcome to Modern. Yeah. Opponent egregiously misplays, throws away like spell snares and stuff. Plays like wrong cantrips, and we're just gonna die. Blood Moon does. Blood Moon be like that. Blood Moon be like that. That's alright. If we ever draw an Aether Vial, I think we're actually legitimately in the game, so I'm just going to like keep playing. I'm gonna make them Cryptic bounce this, draw. Oh no, they have bolts! Alright, we're done. Both teams played hard. Both teams played very hard. The matchup sucks. I mean, we literally play against a deck that has main deck Anger, so it makes sense we lost, but Cavern couldn't pull it out for us. Alright, I mentioned in this card, they do a lot of nothing. This card is fantastic. This card is like a fine beater that also answers Blood Moon. I don't know if I want these. I don't know if I want these or these. This answers like Cryptic commands and like any like sweep, like I don't know, not really sweepers. They're an the Gods deck. We don't want these. We might want these though. They don't get bolted down, so they're like kind of hard for this red deck to answer. Like we might just legitimately be down with it forever. Let's take a look at what's bad. Like Reflector Mage obviously sucks. Unless they have Dig in the Ice in their sideboard, in which case we'll get very gotten. But I am inclined to believe Reflector Mage is bad. If they're killing a lot of our stuff, then Thalia's Attendant's like a less good Although, if we're bringing this card in, we're going to want Thalia's Tenants. Image is pretty bad. Especially since we're taking out Reflector. These cards are often bad in the same spots. Not all the time, but often. Image is pretty good with Auriok Champion, though. Just like making multiple. What do I think of this, chat? I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I think Kitesail's good. I think Thalia's fantastic. Champion's insane. Noble's good. File's good. It helps mitigate Blood Moon. What do we like? What do we like? Ever since Jace became unbanned and was irrelevant, I've changed my mind. My whole mind about it. If it's kind of banned, which you could always just shatter their hearts and reban. I'll let Grave Troll. Yeah, that's true. I like that they were willing to unban and reban things. That made me very happy and warmed my cold dead heart. Might be supposed to cut a land here. I'm gonna play though, so maybe not. Meddling Mage might be kind of bad. Is Meddling Mage bad? Mage's name's Lightning Bolt. Is that good enough? I have a lot of red removal. Ah! This is calculated, chat. All the math was done here. All the math was done. I probably should look and see exactly how I sideboard against Jeskai control. Against Jeskai, I bring out the 4 Reflectors, a Hierarch, and 2 Thalia's Lieutenants for Kambal. 1 Kambal? Only 1. Oh, but I bring the Teeg and the Dismembers for the Baneslayer Angels. So, yeah, there's a few differences. 1 lander ain't gonna cut it, Chief. This'll cut it. This hand's real good. We get to lead on Hierarch. If they kill it, we get to go like Thalia. Ugh. If they don't kill it, we get to go like Champion Thalia. Blah, 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 blah. So good. It's alright. Our hand is so good. I don't know if this card's actually good against this deck. Like, it does still die to Bolt at 3 mana. But like I said, their hand does a lot of nothing. Keep. I'll take it. I'm in for it. Human. Okay. Like, this puts a lot of stress in their hand to have removal. And we're like, we have a little insulation against Blood Moon through Noble Hierarch, so I don't know. This hand might do something. There's also a chance we just go turn 2 Kambal, to be honest with you. If they go like turn 1 Serum Visions, just like play a Kambal. I don't know. It's not insane. It's not awful. But Thalia actually, never mind. Thalia keeps him from cantripping too. Name Human here as well. White. We're going to put Thalia into play, and then hope we draw a land, and if we do draw a land, we're going to go Champion Auriok. Champion Auriok Champion. Champion. Double Champion. Actually came up in the open, I was playing against John, and the guy was like something like bolt your champion, and I was like, champion has protection from red. Oh no, I was playing against Burn. It was against the Burn guy. He was like, bolt your champion. I was like, champion has protection from red. He's like, no, that champion. I was like, oh, duh. They're both named Champion. Really bright. Do you have a second land? They're playing Burst Lightning. Our opponent did not want to lose to humans. Thing in the Ice. They are a Thing in the Ice strategy. But we drew the land. I'm tempted to just play Kambal anyway. Reason being, like, none of our creatures really attack well through Thing in the Ice, and like this punishes them even harder for casting more spells, and will also help mitigate the damage from this. I really, with Cryptic Command in their main deck, I did not put them on the Arclight strategy, but I did think about Thing in the Ice being in their sideboard. I just like wasn't sure. It's solid though. Okay, well that's pretty bad. We're not gonna be 2 Thing in the Ices. Ooh, that was dumb. I'm now opening myself up to getting spell snared. Oh no, I have Thalia. Everything's good. White. Alright. Attacking still does nothing. I think we're gonna lose this one pretty swiftly. I mean, these are the kinds of decks we lose to. We lose to, like, the main deck Anger with, like, Thing in the Ice decks. Like, I don't know how this deck ever has a prayer of beating KCI, but especially without arc lights that we haven't really seen. I guess Cryptic Command is good against KCI, right? You are casting a Dismember? No. How are you casting spells? You aren't. Interesting. Bold strategy, opponent. If they anger the gods me, I'm going to pick them up. Boop, doop, 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 doop. You done veto. You done veto. Thank you. Shoe on the head. They're at Arclight. They're just Blue Moon with 4 TT. Is that like a thing? Is that a deck people actually play? It does, which is interesting. I mean, I'm just going to put more creatures in play, right? Let's cast this, and we're going to make another Auriok Champion. Assuming it resolves. Getting to resolve 2 creatures here would be very impactful, because we have Champion the Parish. It will be a 4/4, and has to be jumped. We might have something going on here. It's like a thing from last year. Sure. We actually getting counterspelled? Abrade. Target. Kambal. Okay. Interesting they're not abrading the champion. Like, that must mean they just, like, have a very good plan, I guess. Let's always yield to both of these. So this gets... Oh. What was this? Yes. Green. Play this. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Moto, please. Why aren't you Arena? Alright. Attack with everybody. They don't have any 1-drop creatures they can block with. They're just going to put 2 in front of those 2 and take 4. Which makes sense, I think. Giving up one of their thing in the ices doesn't seem very good. Yeah. This block makes plenty of sense. They have actually forever, and I assume they have 4 spells, so we're probably dead. I'd be surprised if they can flip all their stuff in this turn specifically, but what are you doing? Abrade. Target Thalia. Okay. This is going to be a hard one to win. We don't have Reflector Mage in our deck, right? We're just like cold to this flipping. Good game. We both played hard. Boop. I think I attack with just champ that turn. What does that stop? Like what do you gain out of like attacking with just champ that turn? Twin died. Like it's free to attack, right? Unless they have like they have 1 mana up. They can't even flash a Snapcaster in to just like jump block, right? It's just an Exalter. Like his blocks are free. That's true, I suppose. I'm not really representing anything. Although maybe we are representing something. Yeah, this hand's good. I don't know why I looked at it for so long. I didn't see the 1-drop, and I was like, this is a pile of 2-drops that I really want to have. Yeah. Twin died. You're much smarter than I am. Our opponent is mulling to 4. I think we can beat a mull to 4. Oh, mull to 5. I'm sorry. Mull to 5. I think we can successfully beat a mull to 5. Especially with our hand, which is very good. Human. Wait, here's this. It would not surprise me if they like ended up conceding. I mulled to 4 against Arclight on a backup match and had to concede, I think, before really revealing anything. Blackleaf Cliffs. Dredge Jund. First 2 candidates. Tempted to use this for information, but this is still very much a game, and I'd much rather have Thalia in play. Like, if they just, like, concede, and I don't know if it's Hollow One, Jund, or Dredge, like, it's kind of an awkward spot. I'm pretty sure it's not Dredge. So I'd probably board for, like, Jund. You gonna try to bolt now? Oh, Living End. Never mind. Well, in that case, we have to very desperately hope that they don't have 2 Spirit Guides. They have to have 2, and the Cascader, but still, geez. Jeez. No, they have to have 3. Thalia's so busted against this deck. Alright, yeah, no, we're going to name Living End as basically as quickly as I possibly can. And then we're going to name Beast Within after that, and I think that actually is a lock at that point. Oh. The old turn 3. Did not want to play Magic with me anymore. Fair, fair, opponents. You make a good point. This card blocks while against Living End. Still just, like, dies, right? This doesn't do anything against Living End. This card really doesn't do anything against Living End. Our deck's probably just really bad against Living End, right? Except for, like, Meddling Mage on our main deck and, like, Thalia's. Their removal spells will have to be, like, 3+ mana, but I don't really know what that means. Like, it doesn't have any meaning to me. Reflector Mage seems bad. I want things that are more aggressive. I guess this is, like, incrementally more aggressive. We can, like, gain life to, like, save ourselves some trouble here. Ugh. This lets us attack through a pile of creatures if we just need to finish them off, but, like, they're going to kill our stuff. What's good against Living End? Could be Mardu. I played that last week. Shriekmaw? Beast or Shriekmaw? Yeah, Shriekmaw. Well, yeah. I don't really know what my plan is against this deck, so I think I'm going to try this. And when this is bad, I'm going to have a real plan. But until then, I'm going to try this. It's like, I don't know. It's very awkward that we don't really have any graveyard hate at all in this deck. Like, once again, we're weak to Dredge, and we had Auriok Champions as our graveyard hate. So we're going to bring them in. They're our graveyard hate. Auriok Champion interacts with the graveyard, I promise. Sand is fantastic. Keep. I wonder how often Living in moles. Like, they mold a lot. My turn. Boop. Stopping my upkeep. Surgical extraction. Target nothing. Oh man. Opponent was really serious about stopping my upkeep and draw step. I don't really know what's happening here. Just trying to play some humans. Can't have bolts for this really. They can Shriek Maul this, which is pretty reasonable. They Shriek Maul this. I think I'm going to play a 2-drop to be mana efficient. Because if we draw land, we can play like 1-drop, a 2-drop. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. Some odd matchups. A lot of blasts in the past here. Although this matchup is not good. I cannot imagine it is good. It is a deck whose like entire plan is wrathing us. Another tap land, huh? Okay. In the tank on my upkeep again. You're a masterpiece, opponent. You are a masterpiece. Where are the mulligan rules? What are the mulligan rules for humans? So, a lot of times the mulligan rules for humans are just like whether or not you have anything to do on turn 1. Like, a lot of times games of Magic, and especially in Modern, are won and lost by what you do on turn 1. And so having nothing to do on turn 1 means that your hand has to be very, very good in order to keep it. So, basically, if we don't have one of the 12 1-drops, like, my hand has to be nuts to justify mulliganing. I mean, to justify keeping, I'm sorry. I'm not going to name Illusion here because I have the Hierarch. Boop. We're going to name Human to try to make sure we can cast this Mantis Rider on time. We're going to put our champion into play, then we're going to play with Thalia. Thalia, once again, pretty good against the whole Living In combo because it makes both sides cost 1 more. and they want both pieces to resolve. So like it's just like adds 2 mana to the like their thing. But other than that, like, it's mostly more about, like, the matchup. Like, a lot of times having a Thalia on turn 2 is one of the most valuable. Like, a hand that I would keep that doesn't have something to do on turn 1 would have to have Thalia on turn 2, or I would not keep it ever. Like, I think this card is, like, your best 2-drop by a lot. And having, like, exactly one of these is very, very valuable. But also just, like, kind of you need to, like, see what the shape of the game is, like, going to look like, right? Let's see what they have going on here. They have, like, done nothing so far, so if they have, like, a sweeper, I want to be able to take it. What we got? What you got, opponent? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, they don't have mana. Like, they need 2 more mana across a Street Wraith, which I don't know why it's still in their deck. But they have no shortage of these. We definitely are taking the Beast Within. Well, we have to kill them very quickly. In that case, I guess we're making a champion of the Parish. I could make a Noble Hierarch and hope to spike and go creature. Because I need to play a creature this turn. Like, I need to get this champion bigger to attack for more. I can't obviously make another Thalia. It's unfortunate I don't really have time to make another Mantis Rider. So, for the sake of the damage race... Because we can't like, just bank on drawing a land, or we'd probably just hold it, actually, to try to go Mantis Rider plus this. That would have been 5. They'd go to 15. That'd be 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'd be 1 short. Alright, I'm going to make a champion of the Parish, I think. So, I think we're just hoping to draw Thalia's Lieutenant. It's weird that, like, this sequencing ended up being really awkward. They just conceded. Why did they concede? You weren't close to dead. You have to hit a land drop. Like, you can just wrath me if you hit 2 lands in a row. You take 6 this turn, go to 14. Yeah, you're like so far from dead. I don't understand why my opponent conceded, but we got him. We got him. That's what matters. Bye, Shoom. We got him. That is so bizarre to me. Like, the way that those games played out seems like quite in the minority. But our draw was very, very good. So that's very, very nice. All right. We are 2-1. Pretty swingy mashup so far. We've gone 2-0, 2-0, 2. Been live for just over an hour now. This is the only league I'll be playing today. I have a couple more things to take care of tonight. Also, the streamer event's going on right now, so I don't really want to take too much time streaming when there's a lot of really sweet new standard to be watched. But I appreciate all of you that are hanging out with me here today, watching a little bit of Modern. This hand is bonkers. So this is what I'm talking about. This is like exactly the kind of hands I'm looking for. It's like 1-drops, multiple, so we're like discard resilient. We got a 2-drop, we got a 3-drop that's like very good with Vial. Like, we have a good card in a lot of the combo matchups. Like, our hand's just so good. We're gonna name Human. Play the Vial. This hand's pretty close to like the nuts, to be honest. Like, only thing better is probably like a turn 4 kill. What's up, Deseki's guy? I appreciate your taste in beer. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate you. The best. That's for you. Another Serum Vision strategy off of Scalding Tard, Steam Vents. Isn't the Pen Sword somebody? I think that's somebody relevant. I think I've played against them before. They look familiar. Land we are super fine with. Human. Okay. White. This looks like a very good Thalia matchup, so we're going to put our Thalias into play. See, look how much we've drawn Thalia. Like, having 4 in the deck is nice. It's real nice. There's a merit if we put them on Arclight this turn, there's merit to like playing Meddling Mage and naming Thing in the Ice because the card's that good against us. But obviously we got very lucky and they did not have it. They're gonna shoot something. Is it Thalia? It is opt. Not shooting something. We're opting. What'd you do? Put a card on bottom. Okay. I don't really get the point of that. That timing didn't really make a lot of sense to me. This seems like a good spot to Bugler. We don't really know what's going on, so we're going to Kitesail them on draw step. I guess we could. What we could do, another option for our turn is Kitesail Meddling Mage. Like, Kitesail take something, Meddling Mage the rest of their hand, then Horizon Canopy to draw a card. Do we have that? Yeah, we have all of that. Alright, I'm here for it. Yeah, let's see what's going on. I actually like that turn a little bit more. I'm glad we stopped and thought about this. Oh my. Oh my. Well, we're going to name Deceiver Exarch after taking Harvest Pyre. We might be supposed to name Lightning Bolt. Meddling Click's also a problem. Alright, we got a lot to think about here. Remand is the most useless card. It's literally just going to be a 3-mana cycle. Click is kind of annoying because it blocks well, but Deceiver Exarch blocks even better. Kikiji doesn't really matter. We're definitely taking Harvest Pyre. The question is what we're naming. They have a third land. I think we're just supposed to name Deceiver Exarch. It blocks like our Thalia so well. But Meddling Click blocks this really well. Meddling Click also just like blocks very well in general. It's a really awkward spot to be in, but I also like not dying. I don't know. I think I'm going to name Deceiver Exarch. Deceiver. How do you spell that? Let's try that. Boop. Somebody is excited for the ban list. Combat. We'll hit it, shoot for 3. So they can click us next turn, but and like they can block Kitesail Freebooter. We're probably just not attacking with Kitesail Freebooter. We're probably just attacking with Thalia with Exalted for as long as I reasonably can. They just conceded. Opponents have been quick on the concedes tonight. They were nowhere close to dead. Like, I only have 5 power on the board, and, like, they have all of these things. I don't really know. They also had a land for click, so they can click themselves, like, cycle away at Exarch and, like, actually get some cards moving. And if you draw a Bolt, you're very in this game. You just Bolt, Kitesail, the Harvest Pyre, the rest of the stuff. That was a very, very premature concession. I don't know what's with our opponents tonight, but they do not want to play Magic. Alright, they're bringing in a bunch of sweepers. I'm inclined to like Kambal for the same reasons as before. There's no Splinter Twin's not legal. If the card Splinter Twin was legal, we'd bring in Gaddock Teeg. It, however, is not. I am going to bring in Dismembers. In case they're thinking the ice deck, they are an Exarch deck. It's just like I think good enough for sure. And like Whirler Rogues, what do you think of these? These all seem like pretty good cards to me. Reflector Mage I actually think is pretty bad in this matchup. I like a lot. Image is also quite poor. So I'm actually pretty happy with these cuts. I think we're going to do this. Interesting. This is like literally, I feel like I'm playing the 90s station in my car today. We're playing against Living End, like Storm, freaking Twin, and like Blue Moon. Like what year is it? This is like literally just PT Board of the Gods, right? Oh my gosh. If we draw a land, this hand is pretty good, right? So this is a tough one. Like if we miss, we're just so dead. And this like also kind of plays their strategy of just like bolting one thing a turn. But like this is a powerful combo with any land. Like these are good to have to like make our stuff bigger. God, I really want to keep this. What do you think, chat? Keep this and die? How do you feel about keep this and die? It feels really close. I just snap kept 7. I feel like we can do better. Ugh. Not helping, Chad. You don't know. Alright, mulligan. Mulligan it. Moff it. Moff it. Gosh, this hand sucks. Whatever, we'll keep it and hope to find a 1-drop. That's not a 1-drop. The 3 Thalia's Lieutenants again. No thank you. Not a fan. Boop. Fetch Shock. Cast Serum Visions. Makes sense. The math checks out. Good card. It's a good card. Yeah, this is just not where we want to be. This hand's probably arguably worse than our previous hand, but yeah, I think it's close. Like we're currently playing just 2-mana Champion of the Parish. Here's a 2-mana Champion of the Parish. Go. I'd be shocked if they remand this. Remand should not still be in your deck. Just bolt everything. Bolt it all. Something hit the stack. Bolt it. We have to bolt it. Bolt it. Good card. It's a good card. Getting clicked. Alright. It's actually kind of sweet. Like, if they don't take Phantasmal Image, I'm actually just going to Phantasmal Image click. Oh, no, I don't care about that. I'm pretty dead to the twin combo anyway, most of the time. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to run back the 2-mana Champion of the Parish. 2-mana Champion of the Parish. More bolts. Bolt it all. I guess. Interesting that they're just like so aggressively magma spraying these. I'm not really that worried about them. They missed their land drop. Alright, well here's a Kambal. Seems fine. Got more bolts for me? More bolts. We got more bolts. What the hell? I don't understand. They're just bolting everything. They want to kill every single human in my deck. It's going to make this Whirler Rogue very good against them. Put 2 cards on top. They found the lands. We're going to lead on Meddling Mage last, the turn before they can actually cast Kiki Jiki. Alright, here's something that if you bolt it, I am pretty okay with. Bolting that too! Bolt it all! Get it off the table! What the hell? Our opponent, please. These are both like reasonable options. I think I like Champions so we can 2-spell next turn for sure. Champions also just have the opportunity to get bigger than Lightning Bolts, which is pretty nice. This should be a land. So yeah, this turn we're gonna like champion Meddling Mage named Kiki Jiki. So that we don't just like die. What's up? OP practicing unbanned Twitter announcement. Yeah, they are. Well, I have bad news for them. They're not very good at it. They're in fact quite poor at this. They're really bad at threat. Like, they're beating me down with this thing. They're pretty bad at it, like, threat assessment. Getting Cryptic commanded? Click. Okay. We clicking me? Oh no, you're clicking yourself. Dispel? Why is that in your deck? I'm playing humans! Chat, please! Help this person. What are you doing? Sure, I'm still going to name Kiki Jiki. I'm so baffled by the way our opponent has played this game. Kiki Jiki, mirror, don't kill me, please. Go. Whew, this has been fascinating. You know what's very good against Meddling Click? Whirler Rogue. Electing not to attack. Very wise opponent. Land. That's a pretty good one. This is gonna name human. So I'm tempted to just like use Vendilion, like make a Vendilion click and then make a Thalia this turn instead of playing Whirler Rogue. That way I'm putting 2. Oh gosh, I'm not putting 2 things into play, am I? What are the chances they have another bolt and the Kiki Jiki, right? I don't know, I don't know. Make a Vendilion click. That blocks. Alright, I think I'm going to make a Vendilion click. I'm pretty enticed by this line. I think I'm going to make a Vendilion click. Obviously, if they, like, do something to their click, then whatever. Alright. Is this a bolt? It's a magma spray. Fair. Should be about out of removal at this point. What are you doing? Just go look for the Kiki Jiki. They do have it. Alright, yeah, put on bottom. We're going to play Thalia now, and we're going to hope... Or it's off to the races at this point. Peak! I have a Whirler Rogue and a Mantis Rider. I have... Look at all these things! You've chosen to bolt every single thing in my deck. Interesting decision, opponent. Very interesting. Alright. Don't have anger of the gods, I guess. I'm not really even that scared of that. That's actually probably more scary. I will gladly block. I have a Phantasmal Image. I'm happy to trade, since we are currently kind of losing this race. And I don't want to get Bolt Snap bolted out of this game. Name Twin to troll. Yeah, these people are hoping for a Twin unban real hard. Yeah, that's big facts there, Xurus. Oh, man. Okay, where are we at? Another Mantis Rider. Sure. This feels like a good time to start slamming Mantis Rider since the Meddling Click's no longer in play. Yeah, I'm just going to start slamming Mantis Riders until they stop moving. Oop, loot. Like, we need to get them dead. Like, this game isn't about bolting things anymore. It's about... like, how quickly they can find Kiki Jiki before we can win the game. That's fair. Opponent very aggressive in protecting their life total. Did you find it? What is this? Is this like... oh, a Ral? Jeez, this card eats my lunch. Alright. Yep. I have a Mantis Rider to shoot that down, but that's still pretty frustrating. Actually, that might be incorrect, right? The right line... so we kill Ral... because this can grab any card, right? Yeah, the correct line is probably kill Ral, put them to 6. We could alternatively Whirler Rogue, make this unblockable, kill Ral, put them to 6 still. Alright, I think that's actually a little better. We're going to put the Whirler Rogue. Alright. Yeah, I like this play a lot more. Choose target creature, this one. Tap these two things. Try to. Probably fail. Here we go. Combat. So we get to swing this at Ral, this at them. Alright, yeah. We did it! Boop. First strike your Ral off the table, puts you to 6, and you are looking very dead on board. Not only are you dead on board, but I have another... oh no, did they drew it? They drew it! No! One outer? Come on! They couldn't even loot into it this turn. They had to just naturally rip it off the top. Come on! Where is the justice? Alright. I think I'm going to bring in Auriok Champions. Soul Sisters, like, beat... the combo pretty well, and I didn't really think about it going to the last round, especially if they're on the plan of like bolt all of my things. It makes me want these more. Also makes me want like these less. Same with Kambal. Not in love with Kambal. Mantis Rider's gotta be fine, right? Like dying to bolt, like they have a bunch of magma sprays. Look at this. This is like still 60 cards, so we've cut the Kambal out of our deck, cut all this out of our deck, these out of our deck. I like the 2 images. I think leaving some splash images in is fine. Kitesail Freebooters, maybe like too bad. Like maybe this card's not good enough. It does take lightning bolts. I think it has to be. Like just take the last removal spell. We'll try this. Not exactly experienced in the twin humans matchup. He definitely has 4 copies. He loves his twin. Yeah, fair. That's fair, Zach. Oh no, this hand's bad. Mulligan. This hand is good. This is an example of a hand I'm going to keep on 6 on the play. Sure, I'll put that on top. Alright, go. They seem like the kind of people that want to kill absolutely everything all the time, which is fine with me, I suppose. Ready for Fetch Shock Red Source? Go. Hold up Magma Spray, just ready. Just ready. Ready to shoot my stuff. Alright. White. White. Here's this. Go. We can cast Mantis Rider on 3 if we want to. I'm not sure that we do. Depends. Probably going to cast the Kitesail Freebooter, kind of get an idea for what's going on. Oh, now we definitely just have a great turn. Black, white. That was one of the better draws in our deck for this turn. It was a Champion of the Parish. Opt. Opt ain't it, Chief. There's no even... Honestly, I don't like... If there's another spell in their hand here, I don't like opting. Always the old... Yeah, like... Oh, no, there's not. No, there's a Jace. Yeah, like, why give me more information? They have... Boop. Boop. Take this. I don't know why it's honestly still in their deck. It's pretty bad against the Thalia Mantis Rider deck, but... What do I know? Clearly I'm the idiot. I have not been good on my track record of what makes sense. Alright. Thalia's Lieutenant. Lieutenant. Oh, Image isn't bad. Boop. Click. I don't know what they take, if anything, here. I feel like they're actually probably not supposed to take any of these things. I just don't think these cards matter. They took Mantis Rider. What does that let me do? Lets me do... Kitesail. Make this a 3/3. Make it a 4/4. I can make it a 4/4 by, like, copying Kitesail again. Doesn't seem very good. I can make a Champion of the Parish. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Yeah. I'm gonna make a Champion of the Parish. Try to grow a second champion. To attack through the Exarch in their hand. Alright, and if this whiffs, we have like a free blocker for the click, so they can't really attack back very well. Alright, let's see what we got. Do we whiff? Yeah, we whiff. You have Snapcaster Mage for Seeing Visions and Opt, and Deceiver Exarchs. That's fine. Combat. Attack with all minus this. Go. Don't really care that much about the Jace. Just don't want them having it. I don't really care that much if they keep this thing around. Next turn, we'll probably attack with everybody, though, to make blocking harder, especially if we draw a creature. They have Snapcaster and Exarch. So, Exarch doesn't make any of our blocks any different. Track this. Draw a card. What you doing, opponent? Oh, that's pretty good. Human! White, red, blue. Mantis Rider. Here's a good one. Check this one out. Combat. The Exarch tap down this. No, the Exarch tap down this. And then my attacks get weird. Like I probably just don't have attacks. Except like all the flyers. Can choose to do that. It's like fine. They could definitely cast Jace. All right, let's see how they do. Let's see how they do this. Like I don't really want to give them Jace, so I probably won't. Yeah, that tap makes sense. It's relatively free to attack with this, right? It doesn't really accomplish much. Just like if they intend on blocking with this turn anyway, it makes like this like weirder, right? No, it's a free block on the ground because we're not attacking with this. If we attack with this, they take 4, go to 7. Play Jace, pick this up. I'm good. No thanks. They can trade with Mantis Rider, take their 1, go to 10. Let me attack with 2 flyers next turn. I mean, Decklist has been surprisingly good in this matchup. I have been quite impressed. Bolts on what? Oh, the Thalia? That makes sense. So if they have land, they can snap bolts. Snap bolt Kitesail or whatever. Hold it for when I attack. Probably not winning. That bolt was probably the best draw on their deck. Good one. Gotta have a very good one here. Think like Bugler or like Whirler Rogue. Probably the best draws. Those are that is probably the worst draw. Combat. Attack with all. So they can combo block on this. They can bolt this, get back Jace, pick up my champion. I don't know if they're interested in combo blocking. Because like they want to use Jace, I think, to pick this up. Or like to like bolt this so that I can pick up champion. Yeah, I'll play land in case we draw Canopy. In case we draw Canopy into Bugler specifically. I want to discard my land. I mean, I want to have my land in play. But yeah, so they can bolt the 5/5. Bolt there, that makes more sense. This block doesn't seem very good if that was their plan though, right? Play Jace, pick up champion, take 5. That doesn't seem very good. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is here. Could just Jace brainstorm. Yeah, whatever. Leaving Jace the Landscape into humans seems clinically wrong. It's not very good. It's not very good at all. I'll need to remind myself to use this cavern next time we cast a creature and remember if I did or not. Opponent in the tank. They have the fetch land. They have the combo. The combo. Blood Moon. What? Choosing not to fetch before Blood Mooning. Also a what? They only had 1 exarch, right? We know one of their cards is Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, well, I wasn't drawing anything anyway, so joke's on you. I don't... Yeah, sure. You take 6, go to 2. This block seems kind of loose. If we draw specifically Dismember, we win. Okay. Or Plains, right? No, Plains doesn't do it. If we draw specifically Dismember, we win. Dismember. 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 Auriok Champion. Not very close to casting that. Yeah, I mean... A Plains would also be a good draw because it would make them chump and then like the Jace itself doesn't win. It's awkward. Put them to 1. And I think this is where we die. I think they stabilize at 1. Would have been a good one to have earlier. Although it gets blocked by this pretty well. Oh, they're brainstorming. Well, hopefully they miss. If they don't miss, we're dead. I don't know why they don't just bounce it. Like, they're literally deterministically not dead if they just bounce this. What are we doing? Anger of the Gods. Okay. I don't think I have anything red, so I'm pretty ready to concede. I'll take a draw step. If it's a white source, I'll consider keep playing, but probably not. Alright, we're done. We died! Both times we've died to like these Blood Moon like red decks. Not playing very well either. Like both of these opponents have played quite poorly, but the match was very bad, so it doesn't surprise me we've gotten absolutely dumpstered. But we are playing for the 3-2. Thank you very much everybody for hanging out. We've been live for about an hour and a half. This is the only league I'm going to be playing today. If you have not gotten the chance to check out my new sponsors, look below me. And you will see a lively list of sponsors that sponsor my stream, sponsor Team Nova. They have done me a lot of good. They add a lot of value to the Magic community, sponsoring professional players. And so I am very happy to represent them. And I really, really would like for you guys to check them out. It's a very easy way to support me, and doing things even just as simple as like reading articles on Hipsters of the Coast is like a very easy way to support me without even having to spend any money. Other ways to support me without having to spend money are just jamming that follow button, and if you're watching on YouTube, please jam that subscribe button. All right, there we go. That's all the shilling I'm going to do. This hand was a speculative keep. Like, I really liked having the 1-drop, and like the Buglers, I think, like will refill the hand. So it's kind of relying on that. We were a little soft to like more bolt decks, but we're always soft to those decks. The creature matchup, I think, is where we're also just going to be kind of soft, because like now they're going to be ahead on mana and on ooh, the Human's Mirror. All right, Mega Man. I think we're probably gonna lose the Human's Mirror. Generally, whoever's on the play of the Human's Mirror just wins. Like if this is like anything, I'm probably dead. Okay, that card doesn't matter, but like because being on the play means you get to deploy the first Mantis Rider. Very interesting. We're going to hold this for when their vial's like higher and like their champion is bigger. So for now, we're just going to put a Bugler in play because it blocks this Thalia very well. So they can't attack with Thalia unless they play a Thalia's Lieutenant. And like this image is going to be a really good pickup because it's going to copy this Reflector Mage. So like next turn, we're probably going to be casting Reflector Mage, picking this up. We just want their, like I said, we want their Vial to be on 2 so that it actually stops them from casting Champion for a turn. Also, if they have any Thalia's Lieutenant and want to make this like really big, we can get it out of the way. This is Mantis Rider. We're probably dead. That doesn't cast Mantis Rider. All right, yeah, we expected that. Vial a 2-drop in. Oh, they're not doing the trick. They're doing the trick. Oh no, more Thalia's Lieutenants. Yeah, this is gonna be a hard one to win. A hard one to win for sure. I think we're gonna chump block. I think we have an answer. Yeah, I think we're gonna chump block. Yeah, we're taking 10. We can bounce that. If they have another Thalia's Lieutenant, it's kind of bad. Otherwise, we're all right. I think I'm just gonna take this actually. I'm just gonna like take my 10, and if I die, I die. Like it puts us in like kind of a like precarious position, but I don't really see myself winning this game the other way. All right, white. We're gonna play a Champion of the Parish. That was a good draw. It was a good draw for sure. All right. We're going to pick up their champion, try to make it as irrelevant as possible. And they've already used the Phantasmal Image, so they probably don't have another answer, like another Reflector Mage. And like we get to like make another Reflector Mage and kill their Thalia's Lieutenant, which puts us in a good spot. Our next turn is going to be very good. If we can live a little bit longer, our next turn is going to be very, very good. We're not attacking. Could also make like Thalia's Lieutenant, but I think Reflector Maging is a little better. Next turn we get to Bugler first, though, if we don't draw anything, which I think is better. They have Champion in hand, 1 unknown, and Vial on 2. Some Mantis Rider? Please don't be a Mantis Rider. What do you have? A Bugler. That's fine. Pretty good, but beatable. Oh, man, another Thalia's Lieutenant? All right, now we probably can't win. We're definitely taking 4. So they can put 2 counters in this one. We want to be able to kill this, so we're just going to gang up on this, I think. And even if they put Thalia's Lieutenant into play, we still die. So never mind, we can't do that. So we just kind of have to chump. That sucks. Alright, yeah, we got to chump. Them drawing that last Thalia's Lieutenant, I think, killed us. It needed to be, like, something bad. Although Image was also live there, so... We weren't really, like, in a very good position, but... No matter what, we're casting this. We're going to make a Reflector Mage and target this to kill it. Let's see, where does that leave us? We can play Bugler. We have 3 blockers. This like card doesn't matter. They get to redeploy Champion. Make this into a 7/7. Oop. Not in a good spot for sure. Alright, we'll concede there. I think it had to be a Thalia's Lieutenant for me to even really consider continuing playing, but as you saw, they were on the play. I think we would have won that game on the draw. Nothing really surprising happening there. We're probably going to lose this match because we'll probably very likely to win this game unless we mulligan into Oblivion, and then they will likely win game 3 where they're on the play. It is, I mean, it's a mirror, and it's about as, like, mirror-ish as it comes. It's pretty exactly 50-50. We do a lot of boarding, though, so, I mean, there's a lot of cards that come in. Whirler Rogue is very, very good for obvious reasons. We bring all this stuff in, the whole kitchen sink. No, I think I'll bring in, no, I don't bring it all in. Alright, Thalia's bad. Even though it looked kind of good on their side of the table there, it is bad. Kitesail Freebooter is very bad, despite having flying. And last but not least, I cut all the Meddling Mages. Meddling Mage is actually, like, of these 3 cards, I think the best. Because you can just, like, Reflector stuff and Meddling Mage it. And, like, you can do things like that Champion there. I would have Meddling Mage that Champion, and that would have been a big game. But I think it is worse than all of these cards in this deck right now. So I'm not really going to... I'm not going to put it in my deck. Playing against humans for the 3-2 bread and butter. Overall, humans, I mean, this is kind of how I expect humans to be. Humans is a fair deck, so I expect a 3-2 a fair amount with it. It's a very, like, I think it's a very 50-50 deck. What's up, Tannen? I'm only human. Don't put the blame on me. Drake, you're going to Indian Baltimore? Twin died for this? Yes, I am. I'm going to every open this season. Boop, boop, boop. Every single one. I'm only human after all. Nothing but humans. Humans has picked up a lot in popularity. Like, that was what I noticed in Columbus earlier this year, which is why I picked it back up for Whirlers, because I played Spirits in Columbus and was like, wait, like, humans is all over the place. The deck seems very, very good. Alright, we're going to mulligan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we going to mulligan into Oblivion? Seems fine. Top. I'm only human. Tannen, this is all your fault. What's going on, Tannen? Did you have a good stream today? You were part of the Stream Early Access event. Got to do all the cool new standard stuff. I'll be like the cool kids one day. Ugly caverns. Ew. Ew. Hierarch. That is a much better opening than mine. Okay. I think I want to make 2 2/2s here. I think that's just the best path. I think that's the best way to race. Like, if they have turn 2 Mantis Rider, we're just not beating it unless we're, like, putting pressure on them. So, like I said, we're going to try to make 2 2/2s here. Let's put this into play. Alright, and we want to go wide. Always yield to that one. To be able to respond to that one. Pass. And the next turn we get to, if we draw a land, we get to Reflector plus Image. We can also image Mantis Rider next turn. That'd be pretty good. They just have the Mantis Rider here. Do they? Do ya? Night of Autumn. Oh no! Okay. It's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. So we have to draw a land. Island. Talking about island. Where's the island? Dang. Well, this canopy's not doing us any good. Cavern. Name. Jeez. We supposed to name human or illusion with this? We're gonna name illusion. We're doing it. Alright, go. I think we're dead. I think we are dead. We missed the land drop. To Reflector Mage them. Reflector Mage this. Attack for 1,000,000. We're still, I guess we're not strictly dead. Like, this card is pretty mopey other than killing Vial, but, like, we kind of needed that Vial. Reflector Mage. Pretty fine with both of any of my things getting reflectored. Yeah, okay. That actually lets me copy Reflector Mage and pick up their Noble Hierarch, which is fine with me. I'm actually okay with this. Mantis Rider. Look at me being smart and thin. Alright. Copy this. Target this. Alright, never mind. We're in this game. It's not pretty. We're, like, pretty dead. Like, this Mantis Rider is a pretty important card in the matchup, and we just can't cast it. But we are in the game. And if we draw lands, we can start Reflector Maging some of their stuff, which is nice. We can probably keep this, like, Hierarch off the table forever, so we can keep them on 2 mana. Image. Oh, no! That's so good! Yeah. Blech. Blech. Fine. Alright. Image of my own! Haha! I do it to you again. I run it back. Take that. Make this. Target yours. What a dumb game this is. All about the Reflector Mages. I got more! Look at all these reflectors. I'll reflector all of the things. Hit you for 4. If we draw a land, we might be in this game. Their draw has been pretty poor. Well, our draw has been very good. We've drawn the images right when we've needed them. If this is their only turn and we draw a land. Land, please. Oh yeah, we're gonna take our 3. That's fine. Land, please. Dang it. Alright, they get 3 mana and we probably can't win. Whatever, we'll play our champion. Combat. Attack with this and this. Womp womp, chat. Womp womp. We tried really hard and got so far. But in the end, it didn't even matter. If Foley plays a Mantis Rider, right? Stay with me. If Foley plays a Mantis Rider, we can, like, chump block with Champion. And then, like, we can draw the land and reflector their Mantis Rider and maybe be in the game. They didn't play Mantis Rider. That's very good for us. I'm not blocking this if you attack. What do you have? What are you doing? What do you mean, end? You have 7 cards in hand. What are you doing? You can't have the problem I'm having. Alright, whatever. Here's 5. What are you doing? How is this your turn? You have to have like a Vendilion Click or something, right? Like this is absurd. You have 7 cards in hand, and we have like 2 cards in our 75 that cost more than 3 mana. Like 2. I don't understand this is happening. Staticaster? Like, I don't even care that much about Staticaster, right? Like, there's no way that's the most impactful thing they could even have. Staticaster, shoot, shoot. You just have no pressure on me. Like, just kill me. Alright, okay, Staticaster's fine. Much less scarier than a Mantis Rider by like a lot. Like, this is the only creature we're really attacking with anyway, and we're just like putting them under the abyss with it. If we ever draw Reflector Mage, or just, I mean, draw the land for Reflector Mage, we're just in business. Don't Whirler Rogue me, bro! I'm asking for so much out of my opponent. We got a full house in our hand of cards we can't cast. Looking very dead. This game has not panned out in our favor at all. Okay. Ooh, the attack for 2. Big brain. Big brain. They definitely don't have Mantis Rider at all. Knight of Autumn. Make a 4/3. Okay. Okay. Put 2 counters. If they put 2 counters, we'll just pick it up. Assuming we draw the land. If we don't draw the land here, I think we're dead. We are actually just dead. We've been dead for a long time. But if we don't draw it here, I think we are actually just dead. Alright, well, we drew it. We're so professional. Look at us. Blue. White. Another. Here's a Reflector Mage. Alright, move, son. Get out the way. Boop. Get out the way. I got 3 more where that came from, so hopefully the Abyss will be good enough with a million Reflector Mages. Combat. Hiya. Go. We're gonna hope this is good enough. Block, shoot the Reflector Mage, call it a day. It's dead. Interesting that they're not blocking with Hierarch. I don't really understand it. Seems like Staticaster would be better than Hierarch here. Because like it blocks Reflector Mage. Like you can stifle the damage off the Reflector Mages. Interesting play from my opponent. Interesting play. Is this a Reflector? Bugler. Okay. That makes sense then. You want the 2 mana to try to hit like Image or something. Phantasmal Image, that's a pretty good one. Copy Reflector Mage, pick up Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah, that's pretty good. But keeps us in this game. Definitely keeps us in this game. Reflector Mage. Pick up your Reflector Mage. I think we're going to be able to clog the ground up enough with Thalia's Lieutenants and Reflector Mages that I think we might be okay. Despite like all of how this game has gone. But the Militia Bugler be able to attack for 4 is pretty rough. We have to definitely start spiking more lands to like cast spells. Leaves us dead to Mantis Rider if we don't block. Well, I think we can't block, so I'm not going to. If they draw the Rider, then so be it. We've been dead to it at every point in this game. We're going to continue to be dead to it because I don't think they have it. This is Knight of Autumn, most likely. What you got, opponent? Thalia is fine. I don't know why it's still in their deck. But I'm fine with it for sure. So we could Reflector Mage this. And then attack. That's pretty bad. We're doing it. We're Reflector Maging a Militia Bugler. Is this good deck building? Goodbye. You think they have the second Staticaster? This smells like a second Staticaster. Staticaster me! I'm ready for it. They have it. Alright. Block, block. Shoot the 1. First strike it down. And I think I'm ready to concede to that. We died. Womp womp. Everything's awful, chat. We tried. It was not good enough. We tried so hard. It got so far. I don't know. I think if we hit our land drops, like if we hit our 3rd land drop a few turns earlier, we pretty easily win that game, even around all the stuff they had. Obviously, not having to not name Illusion there, and we could start casting Mantis Riders. We could probably pretty easily win that game too. There's like a lot that went wrong to lose that game, I think. And that's how you win games, I think, on the draw as that deck. Like if we could have kept them off their Hierarch from casting 3 drops like for most of the rest of the game, we would have easily stomped them. But we did not. We died, and we went 2-3. Played a lot of weird matchups. Played against multiple blue-red spells decks. People just love those decks in Modern, and like for that reason, I'm probably unlikely to play humans until the meta shifts a little bit more. I don't know, because like KCI needs to be banned. If KCI isn't banned, then that like sways a few of my decisions. If KCI gets banned, then I don't think we really want Kambal anymore, and we can donate some more stuff to our Arclight matchup, which is definitely something that needs to happen. So like, if I want to make Arclight a little better, I want Restoration Angel somewhere in my deck. I really like Bugler in the deck. I want maybe some kind of like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of another way to really mitigate. I would go looking for ways to mitigate Thing in the Ice. I don't know if there's any creatures like when they enter, destroy a creature with toughness 4 or greater or whatever, but I think this sideboard I would be happy with playing in like this current metagame if I was playing humans. But if they ban KCI, there are some things I want to change. Like for instance, if they ban KCI and nothing else, I think Arclight quickly becomes the best deck, and humans has a pretty bad Arclight matchup. So like you're incentivized to not really play humans if they ban KCI. Ironically, like this deck gets actively worse if they only ban KCI, I think. Excuse me. But there might be ways to tune it. Like I said, Restoration Angel is a big one. There might be some ways to tune it to beat the Arclight deck. Also, all these blue-red spells decks. If they unban Twin, then just never touch humans again, etc. So there's a lot that can change with the ban list. After the open, I was pretty happy with this list. I think this is, if there's no changes and you were looking to play humans, I would play this. But like this is very much just like overkill and I really only wanted if KCI's in the format. Most of the rest of the cards I'm pretty happy with for the time being. Like I don't think much would change about this particular set of cards if only KCI is banned. So there's a lot that could change, a lot going on. This deck needs more Goblin Charbelcher. Disagree. Although there is only 19 lands, but activating it's hard, and also casting it under a Thalia Guardian Thraben is quite challenging. Alright, well, that'll be it for me. That was my one league today. Basically ended right on time. Been live for about an hour and 56 minutes. If you are joining me on YouTube, thank you very much for supporting me. I did go 12-3 with this deck. I did much better than I did in this league, but I also played against not these decks that I played in this league. So the modern metagame's weird, and I guess if you just don't hit bad matchups like that, then you'll do well in the format. I was pretty happy with this list. There's some small changes you can make, but most of them are pretty marginal. If playing humans, like going forward, I would do this if there's no changes. And I'm more than happy to talk about how humans changes based on the ban list once the ban list actually comes out. Thank you very much for supporting me. Like I said, I've already iterated through my subscribers multiple times. Links will be in, I think, the description for my for people watching on YouTube for all of my sponsors. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it on the first video. I don't know if I'm going to leave them there or how I'm going to handle sponsors on YouTube. But I'm probably, for this video at least, going to put the links in the description for all of the sponsors. Likely underneath the deck list. So if you want to check out Mana Traders, Hipsters of the Coast, Inklin's Customs, or The End Games, please do so. It's a very easy way to support me. And like I said, just doing things like reading articles on Hipsters is like a very good way to support me that doesn't involve like spending money. If you have not subscribed and you like the content, please jam that subscribe button. If you are in my chat now and have not followed, please jam that follow button. It's the easiest way to support me. Let you know when I go live. Let you know when I put more content on YouTube. I appreciate you all staying with me. And I hope you all have a wonderful time watching the streamer event with New Standard. Let's find somebody to host.